consume, consume, consume. And after consume, consume. Yeah, after consume, you write foot loose, foot loose, foot loose. Who mentioned the word foot loose last time? It's you, right? Ah, it's you. Okay. Okay. You know Footloose is a movie, right? It's a very old movie called Footloose. I don't think you know it. Very old. Alright? After Footloose, you write wrap up. Wrap up. Wrap up. Wrap up. Okay? Wrap up. After wrap up, you write presentation. 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 Okay, after presentation, you write astonished. 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 You write astonished. After astonished, you write guarantee. Guarantee. Huh? Guarantee. After guarantee, you write geology. No. Guarantee, sorry. It's not geology, it's orientation. Orientation. Orientation.
Orientation.
This
Yes.
orientation.
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 Orientation. 这怎么是接两层？啊，这是接两层的。这是什么？你看我看一看。
Orientation, and after that we said organ. Organ. Organ.
Or what?
Organ.
Organ.
Yes. Organ. I'm not sure which organ we said. We said organ, the instrument, or organ, the instrument, right? You know that organ also means
heart or something.
is what your body consists of, what your inner body consists of. Mostly. Okay, next one. After organ, you write kaleidoscope.
Huh?
Kaleidoscope. 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 You write kaleidoscope,
Yes.
and after kaleidoscope, you write permit. Okay, you know that this word, actually, I forgot to tell you last time, right? I'm not sure if I did, but this word has two pronunciations. One is permit and one is permit.
Oh,
So, permits
it's noun.
and permits. What does that mean? What is the difference? Sorry.
Noun and verb.
Noun and verb. Which one is the verb?
Permit.
Permit is a verb, right?
Yes.
No.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah, I saw. Sorry.
Say again. What did you say? What did you say again?
And permit is verb. I said.
Permit is verb.
Yeah.
And permit?
Permit is noun.
Yes. Is that what you said, or I may have heard wrong?
Maybe.
Anyway.
I forgot.
Permit is a noun.
Oh,
Permit
it's verb.
is a verb.
I do.
Okay, so after permit, as you say, it's a noun here. We have abbreviation. 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 You write abbreviation. After abbreviation, you write geology. 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 After geology, you write geology, you write synthesizer. Synthesizer. After synthesizer, right? Hubby. You remember hubby, right?
Yeah.
All right. You got all the words? 15 words, right? Finished? 15. Abbreviation. You read it? Abbreviation. All right. So, who's coming first? All right. 4-letter word.
Really?
Not 3. Yes. Think. Wrap up.
Rap. Ray.
Yes. But one of those 4 letters can't hear it. Omit it. It's not pronounced.
Wrap up. 现在这就5个。Wrap up.
You okay?
No.
Rap.
Wrap.
Yo. Apple. Yo.
It's 4 letters.
Yeah.
One of these 4 is not pronounced. You don't say it. You only pronounce 3.
Wrap.
So which one is not pronounced?
Rap. Rap God.
Wrap up.
Come on. Think. Silly.
Mama.
Wrap up.
Yeah, come on. Right.
Wrap up.
Right.
Wrap.
Right.
Right. I'm right.
Rap.
Yeah, right.
She didn't get it.
Why so dumb?
Yeah.
Come on. Right.
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 No, it's not right. Don't write right. Right. Rap.
Rap.
Oh, come on.
R-A. Rap.
Rap.
Rap 啦。
Okay. You were right.
Rap.
You sure?
Rap.
Zach.
Wait.
Zach
Rap.
is dead now.
This is 3 letters.
No.
4 letters. Right.
Zach is dead now.
Come on. Think. It's so easy.
随便加一个字母就好了。
A B C D.
A 你有在打字吗？你有在打字吗？厨艺大师。厨艺大师。
Wrap up. Wrap up.
No, no. Except up.
什么东西白的？
Rap.
Wrap.
There is 3 letters.
Yes.
所以我就只
One
This
more.
one is 4 letters. But one of these 4,
过那个
you don't say it.
初一啦，
Wrap.
我给他打字写。
Wrap.
It's a rapper, but you don't say it.
Wrap.
反正有可以治疗的人，我就直接第一个是揍他。
Let me see. Show me what you did. Where? It's R-A-P, right?
H.
3.
What is H?
It's not a rhapsody. No, it's rap.
R-A-P-H. R-A-P. 后面前面中间，
I don't know.
快点。
Alright, come on, hurry. Hey, who's coming first?
后面前面中间。Rap.
Are you serious? You really don't know?
你大脑到底发生什么？
我就没背呗。
我也没背啊。
你真的觉得干嘛？
Rap.
等一下，
你终于想起来了是不是？
我没有位置写。我没有你的带。
这个女的。他脑袋似乎受损了，不如把他。
不要不要把这个病。
不如把他抓去烤。好痛啊！这种波波的。打他。
Rap.
Yeah. 电他。
Rap up. Is it right?
Congratulations.
Yes!
You don't know this? I tell you right many times. Right. You don't know right is like this too?
See?
Oh, really? What really? How do you spell right?
M-I-I.
Is the thing?
Oh! Oh.
Why do you think I keep telling you right?
This is right. You told me to right.
我被波波爆了，100个波波的爆。
Alright, anyway, I don't know what happened to you today, okay?
耶。
8100元。
你问我要讲什么？rap 吧。
Ready? Okay?
No. Yes.
Alright, go.
This Christmas we have to trade gifts
Trade gifts, okay?
to senior classmates.
Just with senior classmates.
With
Okay.
senior classmates. And we have to give them
其实有时候会遇到好人啊，
Everything?
就是放一只，
little
然后还是可以把你打爆。
snacks or
就是他放了一只霸王别，
You have to
Card.
give them snacks every day?
然后我觉得我要被暴打。
Why?
I don't know. I played this game for one time.
But it's a game. This is a game?
Yeah, game.
Oh.
But and don't let
后来发现
them
好
know who gives them.
Okay, so you mean you just bring some gifts, you put them somewhere and let them pick it up, right? But they don't know who that gift is coming from.
Yes.
，OK，
And I don't have much money to play this game, so I drew a picture for my senior mates and that's拼图的英文怎么讲？
Say it?
拼图，拼图。
Puzzle.
Hello? Shape of puzzle.
Oh, you mean you drew a picture, but you made it look like a puzzle?
Yes, and
You mean like you can undo it and then do it again?
yes.
Is that what you mean? Okay.
So I plan to give her 2 pieces of puzzle each day. And we start
Each day you give 2 pieces. So how many pieces are there in this?
30.
30 pieces.
Today is 2份.
So how many pieces has she taken so far?
2.
Only 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I should give her 3.
You should give her 3? Okay.
I really hope she'll like it.
So she won't know if she likes it or not until she finishes the puzzle. Right? Until she finishes the picture. Okay, and then?
I really hope she'll like my gift because I really want her to be happy
Okay.
with it. Happy. I'm so good. I'm so good.
Your friend told you you're so good?
Huh?
Your friend told you you're so good?
I finished. I'm so good.
他血压被我打，被我暴打。
So we
我一下把我那个 电
Christmas gift for my senior classmates.
Okay.
Pizza head. Fatty. What's that?
Christmas gift from my senior classmate, right?
Yes. For my senior classmates from. 错啊。看出来了。
看出来了。
错。
啊我没有。
他身体有点位移。位移。对他头有点位移，有点。对。
有点位移。
往哪边位移？
我这次我会去洗澡。我虽然已经买了3件超油的衣服，然后即将买衣服。
你还是厕所？
在哪？我要去过。
You ready, sir?
Yeah, we saw you in the
Okay.
Tomorrow will be our school day.
School day? What do you mean school day?
Just before the students can play sports on that day. Just
Hello.
Why are you sending me the messages?
Send you messages?
Like thousands of
Really?
things on my phone.
我要看，我要看，我要看。
哇
I have no idea how this happened.
Oh,
被盗了哦。
What happened? No, someone hacked your phone or what? I really don't know.
Oh,
哎，是。
Oh,
I have no idea.
God damn.
That was on you.
I don't know, I'll put it here. I don't know. No idea how it happened.
Good one, good one. Bye bye. 别用手了。
我帮你。
这是谁的？
哦，这是我的。
哇，这上面
到真的。哇。
哇。
They should be happy.
凶神。
哇，上面那一些
不。
还行。哎，有那种
You got hacked.
哦，为什么你都连到我？
no idea.
你可以用自己。
我没有啊。
没有啊，我用自己用5G，我没有在用大流量的东西。
你用5G？
没有，我都用自己的。自己。这边没有5G哦。
哎，对，
我也
被逗笑。
我应该
就是一个好人。
already. So tomorrow will be our school day.
Okay.
That's what our
No,
school one day.
Okay.
But before the students can sell some food by
Sell food? You mean they make food at home and then they bring
get
it?
some food and sell it.
Okay.
Yeah. But this year 7th grade and 8th grade students don't sell food. They just I don't know, but they just their topic is to cosplay something.
Cosplay.
Yeah.
Cosplay. She likes cosplay, right? You do cosplay, right?
Yeah, 我们没有。
Oh, no. You do cosplay too, right? No?
No, but I think I can say this.
One time you told me that you went to some stuff. It's not the same school, not the same activity?
No.
It's different? Okay, right. Alright, keep going.
Yeah, but so they just cosplay those things. So our school just invited some vendors into our school and sold food instead of the students. So
A vendor?
vendor, yes. But the vendor is the food in the vendor is very expensive. So we did not intend to buy it. So our classmates decided to buy McDonald's.
So how much was it?
校庆吃麦当劳。
How much was it? Was expensive?
Like big hot dog. They say big hot dog. One big hot dog is $50.
Really?
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
At least so we don't want to buy it.
So normally, how much does a hot dog cost?
How much?
Yeah.
We don't know. They have a lot of, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So we think if we need to not to keep our food. So that's still full. We need to spend a lot of money on it.
Okay, so you mean like your hot dog is just an appetizer? Do you guys know what appetizer is?
我记得。
What's an appetizer?
我忘记是什么意思。
I know.
No.
对。
What is appetizer?
I know what it is, but I forgot. 配料。
A P P.
开胃菜。哦，有可能。
开胃菜。
Oh. An appetizer is usually a small dish or a kind of food that will open your appetite. You know appetite? Do you know appetite?
知道你吃一东西会让你吃到更多东西，这个就不合理。你吃一个东西只会让你吃不下更多东西。你太大声了。
不要被同情了。
没有，
Very angry now.
dessert to you is like an appetizer. A hot dog, like if you eat one, if you buy one, it's already expensive. You buy one, you feel that you want to eat more.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
No, I just think we need to eat a lot. But our lunch not because we didn't have lunch that day, so we need to buy the vendor's food as the lunch. So one hot dog we added to eat we added need to eat 3 hot dogs as a lunch like this. 3 hot dogs. 3 hot dogs.
3 hot dogs, not 30.
No, 3 hot dogs.
Okay, 3 hot dogs.
Like
You need to feel a bit full.
yes,
You need at least 3 hot dogs.
yes. So we need to spend
So 150.
150 or more to we need to drink some drinks. But if we order McDonald's, we just need to pay 100, and we have burger and French fries and
Drink.
yes. So that's a little expensive. But I think I will buy a little thing on it because that it will be okay to buy a little. And because we are ninth grade, so we don't play cosplay. Yes. So we just
So that cosplay is for a specific level?
grader, yes, just 7th grade and 8th grade.
7th and 8th.
And we need to stay at the stadium and listen to the speech.
What speech?
Just some big some like teacher or some 那个议员要怎么讲？对，应该有点像。Just some guests, they can go to our school and give me some encourage.
Encourage.
Yes, like encourage.
First, you don't say encourage, say encouragement.
Encourage.
No, right?
Yes.
But I think what you mean is like advice or something?
Maybe it's advice,
Advice.
but it's like a speech. And there may be some perform. Performance.
怎么讲都错啊
Performance. Get that and watch it. So it's more funny than you just listen to the speech. And so this 4-day is not our 9th graders activities. Yeah. So I think tomorrow just go to take a test and just sleep or something. Yeah. That's it.
Okay, what do you call it?
The school day.
School day tomorrow?
The school day tomorrow.
Okay, next. By the way, do you guys want to write the word appetizer?
Okay.
Yeah? Can you? Thank you.
Appetizer.
Appetizer. An appetite is. Yes. Right. Example is. Yes. Sometimes it doesn't mean that you always want to eat something. Sometimes some people don't have appetite.
Yes.
They don't eat.
Oh.
You understand that?
Yes.
Like their appetite is or sometimes, they don't really have it, they don't have appetite. So they don't feel hungry, they just don't want to eat anything, okay? Ready?
Yes.
Please?
This is a sad story. On this Monday,
That's my life.
I was watering my potato.
Oh.
It's a sad story like my life. 跟我人生一样悲哀的故事。
Pot?
Yes.
Okay.
But
打完
actually,
了，打完了，打完了。 Pot.
thank you.
But why P-O-T-T-E-D?
I.
If you say P-O-T-T-E-D, you have to say what it is after.
来打一遍。
You understand what I mean?
After what?
If you say P-O-T-T-E-D, then after P-O-T-T-E-D, you have to write what it is. Yes, you can say this, but you have to say what it is. For example, you can say potted what? You understand what I mean?
So this is a verb.
Yes. And this verb can also be an AJ.
And pot is the noun.
Yes, pot is a noun. Now, for example, listen, if I say
我
bottle,
那些就是我在
bottle is a noun, right? But if I say bottle, this,
刚刚那个那个活动，
you understand what I mean? No? You can say verb, it can be a verb in fact. It can also be an ADJ. But if I say, for example, bottled what? Bottled water, bottled juice, bottled soda. So this is why I say, if you say ED, then you have to show what it is. For example, potted what? Potted mint, or potted flower, or potted young, or potted plant. So here, if you say, for example, if I say potted mint, it means that it's not mint put on a table or you buy
in the
some-
pot.
It's in the pot. You understand what I mean? Okay.
I was watering my pot.
Okay.
And something small and green just appeared. And it's
Small
a
and green.
caterpillar.
Okay.
And I guess it in my pot for living.
Okay, so that's his living place. He lives there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
You said that he lives there, right? The
Yeah.
caterpillar. Okay.
I found it that on my pot.
Okay.
And I don't want it to hurt my pot, and also I don't want this caterpillar to be hungry. So I just keep it in a box that I used to keep cabbage worms. And
Cabbage worms.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's lucky that we have lettuce at home, so I give it a piece of lettuce. And I give it a name called Emery.
Emery?
Emery.
How do you spell Emery? E-M-E-R-Y?
A-M-O-R-Y.
A-M-O.
R-Y.
Or what? Emery. What? Where do you get that name from?
That means very strong.
Oh, with R. Armory. Is it with R? Oh, okay. So it's not O, it's A, so it's E, right?
No, it's
No.
A-M-O-R-Y. And I'm looking for Emery. Very keyword, very long.
So how long have you had it? How long have you had it for?
Oh, I found it on the market.
是一个电子表，
And
那个电子
I
表啊，
guess
不
the
能带考
Japanese
场，
kind of
所以
illustrated
要
book
买一个那个
on the internet.
刚
After
刚时候
I
画画
found
画
that，Emery is kind of a
对，
bomb.
虽然像第一次模拟考试，我其实在第一次考试还没有。
And after you get out from the Fupa, it will look like this.
是在学校，
Oh, okay.
所以其实还好。
So it's more like a kind of camouflage,
座位会这样子。
mark, right? They have, you know what, do you guys know what camouflage is?
Camouflage, yes.
You know camouflage?
我知 吗？
No.
是吧？就是军人会穿那个叫什么？迷彩。
Okay, but it's not only about military, the army. Also in animals, there's like so many animals, different kinds of animals have camouflage. You know, like what? Like for example,
Lizard.
like lizards, like mantises. You know mantises?
Mantis 螳螂。
You know mantis, right?
Yes.
Or what else? Some butterflies.
Oh.
Sometimes they look like they have some big eyes or something like that on their wings. So all that is camouflage.
And some look like the maple.
Yeah, so different types of camouflage. Huh?
I'm looking forward to see Emery become a moth. But
You're a
from
moth.
second day, Emery didn't eat anything, and I tried to give it any kind of vegetable.
Vegetables?
Yeah.
Do they eat vegetables? I mean, they eat leafy things, right? Well, not.
No, they eat vegetables.
Vegetables? You mean like carrots and stuff like that? You serious?
They eat like cabbage or lettuce.
Yeah, leafy stuff, leafy vegetables. What is leafy vegetable?
Leafy.
Yes. Do you know leafy vegetables?
Yes.
有叶。
There are two kinds of vegetables, right? There's the leafy vegetable,
Yeah.
and what else?
Fruity, right?
Not really fruity, but more like solid vegetable. For
For
example, like potato is a solid vegetable.
tomato.
You can say so, tomato, like carrots, all these are solid
Some
vegetables.
underground.
Yes. Not necessarily, sometimes some of them. And there's the leafy vegetables, are just like vegetables that have leaves. Leaves, actually.
Cabbage.
Yes.
Huh?
Emery eats leaves.
Okay?
But from second day, it didn't eat anything, and but I try to give it many kinds of vegetable, but it still ate nothing. And third day morning, it still the same. And I gave my crutch to Emery because I thought that maybe Emery wants to eat my crutch. And but the truth is, no, Emery didn't eat for a long time. And I hope that because it turned to what they didn't eat.
Okay.
Then I went to hockey practice, and when I got home, a tragedy happened. Emery was a parasitic caterpillar. Yeah. And there's a white larva come out from Emery's body and gather beside his body. And in the same time, Emery is still alive.
Still alive?
Yeah. I want to save Emery, but I know I don't have any way to do this. And Emery is doomed to die. I'm really sad. I don't know why, but I feel really guilty. And my teacher also told me that Emery will die, so I just took Emery to a park near my house. Yeah.
So he died?
Yeah.
All right, so what do you call this? A sad story? A tragedy?
Story about Emery.
Story, whatever. Well, at least he's got a name, right?
Yeah.
Story. The sad story of Thank you. Next, who's coming up?
我就打一个 game。你可以边打边讲。
我打完了，我打完了。啊，对，谁要结束？我想说。
来，恭喜班主。
学二哥。
耶。我也在思考啊。
Who's coming up?
I go, you go. Then we go. Then we can go home.
You can go.
We can go home.
Ready?
No.
All right.
No.
They are?
dumb.
Dumb, okay.
The first thing is that I'm the team leader. Other teammates, they are like, no, our class has lots of teams, and other teams will say that like just distributing my stuff,
My what?
what I'm going to do, because she thinks
No, wait, what do you say? Distribute what?
no, my stuff,
Your songs.
my stuff.
Your thoughts.
Yes,
Okay?
because she don't want her friends to go to an event. She don't want her and her friends to go to an event. But we have 4 people in my team. I don't want to go there, and I have a friend in my team, and I don't want him to go there too. So I choose the other 2. But they think that is unfair.
I didn't check out.
So really, if I choose, I won't choose myself, and I won't choose my friend. So, but what really made me mad is that why other teams people can come and talk about what I just did. But the second thing is that we have a dance, we have a cheerleader competition, like on Christmas. The people who are making a dance, I think they did okay, but they can't really remember all the actions. They can't, the people who made the dance can't really remember all of them, and they need to teach us. So, well, it happened many times that they forgot which side to do, but we remember. So she just confused us. So, and we all asked where to do it from. Because she don't really remember that good. And I want to go to other class to see what they are doing, but they don't let us go there. No, I don't know why. They want us to practice more, but they really didn't go on, because some people don't really know how to dance, so they need to teach them again and again, so they don't go on new actions or what. So I'm mad at that. Other classes finish all their stuff, they all run over again. But my class, they don't even finish it, and they teach us. So they are not really good dancing, I think. And we are very slow. So this needs a little bit of serious approach, and yes, I think I need to control myself. But I really think they are like beyond even. It's just like that. Well, nothing.
Does it?
Wait for
A bad week?
Yes.
Alright, thank you. Ready?
Today I created it's like an original character and put it on Instagram. My friends, but I had a friend want to keep them because to me, they're now like teacher and student, but she likes to keep it like couple ways. And another friend, so also created a character and wanted to join this. And first she saw that my friend, okay, one friend is from Germany, it is a German, and one friend is a French. And the French friend was asking why those two are together, because she thought that those two are like teachers and students. So I think that kind of made the Germans a little bit upset. And now they're turning to me asking me, so how are they what's gonna be their relationship, or like friendship or partnership, whatever. But I don't really know, because I think I would like to keep them in teacher or students, but yeah, I don't know, because I don't really want to hurt the German girl, but she really has depression. Like she wasn't kidding. Something happened before, and it was like kind of serious. So I don't know how can I tell her, or how can I turn her down. So it's kind of serious, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. So yesterday night I was talking to her, but like in German, the time is different from here.
Oh, she's not in Taiwan?
No, she's in Germany. So the time is not the same, and I stayed up like 2, 3 in the morning, and I go to sleep, and I wake up at 6. So I was fine. I was being really sleepy today, so I don't really. I don't want to.
So, and French is also in France, not in Taiwan?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have like some kind of, CONCOM?
International what?
Yeah, you know, what is CONCOM? Con, C-O-N, COM, C-O-M.
Would you be friends in?
Sometimes, okay, you can call it CONCOM or CONCOL. You know what that word is? Okay, con is for conference, and call is a call, okay? Or com is communication. Alright, because there are two long words, sometimes you just shorten them.
Con.
Yeah, or con-call, conference call.
Oh, you mean like from the USD charter?
Yes.
Oh, we don't. We just.
It's not like that, okay.
Texting words and voice notes.
That's it.
We don't really show it.
Because the con-call is usually not only two people in a communication. There are usually more than 3 or 4, sometimes even more. You understand that? You have like a screen, and then you have different people showing on your screen. So it's like, it's the same conversation, but different colors. And they can see you, you can see them. So this is what they call a conference call. Okay? So what else? Is it? What do you call it?
Yeah.
Tired of what? Of solving people's problems?
Yeah.
So, or what do you call it? Huh? Do you know what a social worker is?
I do.
Guys, what is a social worker?
社服。
Okay, a social worker is a person who is there to help people with daily problems or, you know what I mean? Do you know what work it is? Do you think you have a future in social work? Huh?
You can call them.
Yeah, you can call them if you have a problem. If you want them to help you do something, they can do lots of stuff. This is the way it is. technology is not showing up today, right?
Maybe.
You probably found treasure land.
Treasure land.
Yes. New,
Old
maybe
bubble.
some
Old
tea shop offering stuff for free, so we just said there.
Or just the.
Hey, who's gonna take the top? Anybody?
Maybe.
Alright, so please take your, which one we have? What a world.
Blue, well,
Everyone.
everyone, okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Today we have earlier questions. So maybe I have to say more earlier.
You have to leave earlier?
See,
Okay.
I have practice.
Oh, you have practice? Hockey? Is it far? Is it far from here?
For, in Taipei area.
This is not there. You don't think so?
Uh,
I know there's a place near the park, right? There's a park where they have an area, a section where they play hockey, but it's not on ice. It's not ice hockey.
where? Park.
Yes, there's a park.
Then.
The Riverside Park. You know the Riverside Park? There's an area there where they practice hockey. I know some people go there to play hockey, but it's not ice. It's just like regular ground. I mean, you mean is that the place you go to?
No, I said.
Okay. Oh, on ice. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So take your books. What do you want to start with? In World English? Oh, what a world. World English. Okay. So last time we stopped at page 36, right? We finished 36?
Yes.
So the whole page is finished on 36?
No.
No?
没有吧？35。
啊？35是很久以前的。
Well, last time we did 35, 36, right? If I remember.
我们写36。
We didn't do it? Okay, we can do it now. So,
对的，后面。
okay, so here it says, it shows you the differences of extremity. Like here we have cold, moderate, and hot. Remember last time I showed you moderate, right? Yes. Moderate is when you show for example, the location of something. Alright? And you show also the degree of something. You understand what I mean? But sometimes you don't use the word moderate. Which word do you use? There's an ADJ that you use. You don't, for example, I'll give you an example. If you buy some food, for example, alright? When you buy this kind of food, sometimes there's the non-spicy, and there's the spicy, and there's the probably less spicy, and there's the very spicy, right? Here, can you use moderate?
No.
No. So which word do you use? Which ADJ?
Middle.
Not middle. The first letter is also M.
Medium.
Not medium. You will notice that all these words that talk about the middle side of the thing, they all, like they usually sound almost the same, or they come from the same source. But this one, you can see it in food, you can see it in spicy, like chilies and stuff like that. You can also see it in coffee. You can see it, yes, in taste. And you can see it in weather. Yes.
The weather, weather. ATH.
Okay, I think I should tell you, right? It's mild.
Why?
Mild.
Mine.
No, M-I-L-D. You know this word?
No.
Mild. For example, if you buy a sauce, you know what a sauce is, right?
Sauce.
Okay. If you buy a sauce, sometimes there's the original taste, right?
There's the spice, the very spicy taste, and there's the mild taste.
Okay.
Mild is usually like, it's just a
Like the
tingling spice.
Like the
No, not even the middle.
even.
It's maybe you know what tingling is, right?
Yes.
It's like like a little kick of that spice, but you almost don't feel it. This is mild.
轻度的
You understand?
Yeah.
This is mild. So you can find this word, you can use this ADJ in coffee as well, right? Sometimes, you know, the coffee, there's very light coffee, and there's the
Black
medium.
coffee.
No, it's not about the black. There's nothing to do about black. It has to do about taste.
Okay.
Some coffee is mild coffee. Usually a lot of people accept mild.
Light.
And then there's the dark roast coffee. That one is strong. And there's also another kind of dark roast coffee. That one is very bitter. Not many people like it. You understand that? So mild is usually what they call the classic, in the middle. Yeah, but not very strong. And you use this word also in weather. For example, you can say, we had a mild day today, or the weather's mild today. You can also use moderate in weather. Moderate weather. Anyway, so here we say cold, moderate, hot, climate, ocean, inland, hunting, fishing, immigrants, native people, and then we have population, climate, transport, resources, traditions, environments, eating habits. You know all the words? What is resources? Like what?
Internet.
Internet is not a resource. Internet is an infrastructure. I told you before infrastructure, right? Did I? Did I tell you before? Infrastructure?
Infrastructure.
We did it before? We did it before? Infrastructure.
Public.
Okay, infrastructure is something that a country or a nation should have to have like the needs for a good life for its people. You know what I mean? For example, roads are infrastructure. Hospitals are infrastructure. Schools are infrastructure. A good telecommunication system is infrastructure. These are necessities. You know what necessity is? Something necessary, something that a country should have. That is called infrastructure. So internet is an infrastructure.
Okay.
You understand what I mean? But what I was talking about is not infrastructure. What did I say? Resources. Now resource, there are different kinds of resource. There's natural resource. All right? Like what?
Forest.
Okay, good. Like forest, like fossil fuel. You know fossil fuel? Okay, like gold, petroleum, zinc, silver, iron, all these things. You know, all these are called natural resources. Some natural resources also come from the sea, for example, like fish is a natural resource. Yes. And then there is the other resource. Actually, not all people. Well, not long ago, people still didn't consider this as a resource. You know what that is? People.
What?
People. People are a resource. Some countries, they see people as a burden. You know what burden is? What's burden? B-U-R-D-E-N. Burden. You got no burden? You know the meaning? For example, a burden is something that is there and you have to take care of it. You know what I mean? Something that's giving you trouble. You have to take. Some people see people as a burden, but actually, nations that really advance, they don't see people as a burden. They see people as a resource. Because those people can do things for that country. You understand what I mean?
Also, they stop people.
No, say again?
Burden.
Burden, B-U-R-D-E-N, yes. Well, burden is also something you have to do, something you have to take care of, something you have to, for example, service, all right? But not always a burden is negative. You understand what I mean? For example, I give you an example. Your parents, are they a burden?
No.
They are not a burden. You understand what I mean? You still have to take care of them if they need that. If they need that care. But they are not considered as a burden in a negative thing. You understand what I mean? Okay, so let's see here. It says, share your ideas on how food has shaped your city with a partner, and think about its location, its environment, its culture. Use the words in the box. So, how do you think this shaped the environment?
Shape our city. Shape our environment.
Yeah.
Environment. 改变了。为什么可以改变环境？昏。施肥。
So,
Shape environment.
shape here means change.
Make.
Yes. Or made it change somewhere. Yes. You guys have any idea? No? Think. I think you guys don't know what seasonal food is, right? Because there's really no seasonal food now. You can find food year round, right? But before, no, it wasn't like this.
Oh.
Seasonal food was just seasonal. When the season is past, then you just forget about that food until
It's
the
not
following
back
year.
to a.
Yes. But now you can find food all year round.
Because you can buy the thing from other countries or.
Not only, you can also store it in freezers,
Oh yeah.
right? But you will notice that one thing is that the taste has deferred,
Yes. Yes.
right?
The taste.
Yes, the taste has deferred. The taste, the smells, everything has deferred. You know the meaning of deferred? What's deferred? Defer. D-I-F-F-E-R.
Different.
You know different, right? It's the same word.
Oh, I know. It's
Different is
the verb.
ADJ.
And the verb.
And the verb
Yeah,
is
the
defer.
verb,
You understand? It's the same word. So, you will see that the taste of these fruits and vegetables has deferred lately because everything has changed. So, there's less fresh smell of the food and even the taste. I'm not saying it's sweet if it's about fruit or something, no. But even the taste has a different taste. Because when you freeze, when something is frozen, it loses lots of its nutrients and flavors and all these things. Yes, nutrients. You can write it down. So there's no doubt, nutrients. T-R-I-E. N-T-S. N-T-S. Nutrients.
what is the difference in nutrients and nutrition?
No, nutritious is different.
Different.
Nutritious is an ADJ. That means something is beneficial to your body. The nutrients are what you find in the food. Do you understand the meaning? Do you know the difference?
Nutrition. Or maybe.
The nutrients are elements. You know elements.
Yeah.
Are elements in the food. These are called nutrients.
Yeah.
Alright? Nutritious, I-O-U-S, it means beneficial. It means it's good for the body.
Nutrition.
Nutrition is how something gives benefit to the body.
Oh.
So sometimes when you buy food, you will see that there's a sticker on the back if it's a processed food. It says nutrition facts. Not nutritious with I-O-N. Nutrition facts. But actually, I don't think you should really believe those nutrition facts because they are wrong most of the time. Okay, so we said how it has changed your life is because, okay, for example, you don't really get what you need. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm saying. Let me give you an example. Okay, my example is a question to you. For example, in winter, what are the seasonal fruits in winter?
No.
What?
Say hot pot is fruit.
The food that you see. Okay, no, doesn't matter. The food.
Strawberry.
No, okay, good. Okay, strawberry. Now what else? Not only fruit.
Food.
Not only fruit.
Food.
Food, like food and fruit. Okay. Actually, food includes fruit. So just tell me the food that is grown, all right, in winter, and you will understand what I'm saying. What kind of food is grown in winter?
Orange.
Orange.
Banana.
Banana all the time. Banana is tropical thing. Watermelon is not in winter.
Watermelon.
Watermelon is not in winter. Okay, let's take. Okay, strawberry. Let's take these two. You said melon. Not melon. You said oranges and strawberries. Now I want you to look at these two fruits. What do they have in common?
They are sour.
What do they have in common? There's something in common that they have.
They all grown in winter.
No, not that. I mean, what do they have in common? You put one strawberry and one orange. What do they have in common?
I don't know.
Come on, guys, think. Say? What do they have in common?
Strawberry and orange.
Yeah.
One is orange and one is red.
Oh. Okay, I mean, let me tell you. Alright, I think you guys are really thing. They both are vitamin C.
Oh, vitamin C.
Right? And why? Actually, if you see most of the food that you get in winter,
Oh, they have vitamin C.
vitamin C. Why?
Because.
It's cold.
Oh. Whoa.
And that's the season where most people catch a cold.
Oh, so they need vitamin C.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So smart.
我以为是冬天冷的时候会产生维他命 C。
And you will see that most food that comes out in summer is light food.
Oh.
Not as, yeah, light, not as heavy.
Okay.
You understand that?
No, watermelon.
Watermelon is very light. Watermelon is water.
It's heavy.
A lot of
Not
water
that
is
light.
A lot of water is heavy.
Yes. But anyway, I'm not talking about the heaviness,
Okay.
physical heaviness. I'm talking about the heaviness in taste. No, in taste. You know what I mean? Usually, what you eat in summer is not very heavy. For example, if you eat it, you're not gonna have a stomachache easily. But what you eat,
Cucumber.
I'm not only talking about fruits.
Cucumber.
The food that you eat.
Cucumber.
Cucumber is also a light fruit. A light fruit, anyway. You understand? Huh? Apples usually, but more than season.
I took cucumber.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But why this is what I'm talking about. It affects your location. Alright? Because these kinds of fruit, hey guys, listen, you can find them in most places, most countries. You understand that? But some kinds of food and like fruits and vegetables and food in general, you cannot find them everywhere. For example, like some fruits and vegetables only grow in tropical countries. They don't grow in other places. Some others, they grow in other places, you cannot find them somewhere. It's always an exotic place. You understand that? To a person who's never been there, for example, like if you live in Taiwan and you go to some places in South America, you will see that they eat certain vegetables and fruits that are exotic to you.
exotic.
Exotic.
记得是啊，难道不是陌生？陌生的，
You guys know
外来
exotic?
的异国的。
哦，对。
So this is the meaning of this. This is what they want to tell you. Okay, anyway. So now let's go to the next part. It says, how will food in your city change the future? Write 6 ideas, rank them in order of importance, and use the words in the box. So what do you think?
First,
In order of importance means from the most important to the least important.
the first is environment or inhabit. Inhabit.
So what do you think?
Environment. Environment.
Any ideas? Do you understand the question, or you want me to? Okay. For example, okay, I read this again. To say, how will food in your city change in the future? Okay, write 6 ideas, rank them in order of importance. Use the words in the box. So the words in the box, you have them there, right? You see them. Okay, so now, how do you think this will change your city in the future? Food will change your city in the future.
How?
Yes.
Eating habit, environment, tradition, resources, collaboration.
What?
Anyone.
Change living habits.
Living habit.
Yes, could be, or eating habits, or your diet.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So all this is a change.
one is eating habit, 2 is environment.
Drunk.
I think so.
Or you just got really sore and
Yeah, I'm so tired. Are you Uncle Bro? Oh.
are you Uncle Ray? Whether.
Uncle
Ray.
Well, there could be. Possible.
Ray.
You know, okay. Give me an example of, you mentioned the weather. How?
Mention.
What?
Yes. She said the weather.
Climate.
Cold.
Food can change our weather.
Not only your weather, not only your weather, but also your environment. Let me give you an example. I'm not sure if you heard this story before, but you can go and look it up, and then you will understand what I'm talking about. Some people, they plant certain fruits and vegetables in some dry areas, right? So, in those dry areas, what do you need to grow these things?
Water.
You need water. So these areas, since they are dry, there's no water, right? So what do? They evaporate. And what do?
Dig a
You know
hole.
what dynamite is? What's dynamite?
炸药。
In the clouds, in the waterfalls. Have you ever heard the story before?
Dynamite.
You know what? You know what dynamite is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but they don't climb up and put a dynamite in the clouds. You know what I mean? But they cause some kind of explosion in the clouds, and then waterfalls. Have you ever heard this before? Have you heard it before?
Have you heard it before?
No?
No?
No.
That's what some people do, and this is actually a big change to your environment. You understand what I mean? It will affect negatively your environment. You understand?
Dynamite and
No, I didn't say they use dynamite. I said they use something like that. So to explain it, yes,
they make an explosion
they
in the
cause
cloud.
they cause an explosion in the clouds,
And then
and then the water goes down.
and then just negative.
It has, of course, it has a negative effect.
Why? Because the explosion.
Probably,
I don't know.
but people know because that explosion. Okay, when it happens, what is it?
Explosion.
It must have some kind of substance. Yes or no? That substance, where does it fall? It falls on the crops.
With the rain.
But the rain where? On the crops. So
crops.
you end up eating those things.
Like gunpowder.
Probably, I don't know how they do that, but
Gunpowder.
it is a negative thing that goes actually, it ends up in your stomach.
In your body.
You understand what I mean? So it still gives you trouble. Anyway, so this is what we say. So we go to the next part. Otherwise, we're not going to finish today. Here it says, in the future, the population of cities. What do you think? So what do you think? In the future, the population of cities. You have the verb there, right? So what do you think?
I don't need that. In the future, the population of city will grow.
Yes, will grow. Will grow twice as big as it is now. And then we what? Able to keep producing food the way we do in the present. We won't be, right? We will not be, we won't be able to keep producing food the way we do in the present. Now, people what need? People will need to grow food closer to where they live. Hey, last time we talked about some lettuce that grows in the water, right?
Yes.
Did we?
Lettuce.
You know what a lettuce is?
Lettuce.
Lettuce, yes. Did I talk about this to you?
Just no soil.
Yeah, no soil, just water. Yeah. And they put them on racks. You know what a rack is? Rack. Like shelves. You know? R-A-C-K. You know what a rack is, right?
I only know racket.
A rack is a place where you hang things. Alright? So, rack or shelves. Alright? So they have shelves in a room. That room is usually damp. It's usually wet. Very moist. So what they do is that they have water and then they just grow the lettuce in the water. They don't need soil. But I think they sell that very expensive. I don't know why. Probably just because it's exotic. You know, it's not like not many people do that.
Yeah.
But I know like some companies, probably not many companies, but some here in Taiwan they do that too. All right. So next it says. We'll move on to the next page. Okay. So read about the video. Check the meanings of the word in bold. What is bold?
Bold. 粗体字的。
Yes. All right, the darker words. Now here they say, okay, we did not see the
很棒。
we did not see the video, so here it says Bouanania Madrasa in Morocco. So in the past, the Bouanania Madrasa was a palace.
True.
True, okay. Restorers are taking old paints off the walls of the madrasa.
Oh,
By the way, do you know what a madrasa is?
madam.
What is it?
What?
Madrasa.
Madrasa.
Yeah.
Madrasa.
It's a school.
School.
Yeah, it means school.
This
It
school.
means school or it's a school.
No, it means
Mo-
it means a place
Morocco.
where you learn things.
Morocco.
Okay, next it says, the government isn't interested in restoring historic buildings in Fez. You know Fez, right?
Festival.
Fez is a very old city. It's a city, okay, the Fez is a city where the first university in the world was built. Do you know that? The first university in the world
Fest.
in this city.
University. 是什么什么堂会？
Okay? And next, number 4, they say, so the government, we said the government is interested in restoring historic buildings and fence, so what do you guys think?
Oh.
Most, of course, I think so. Nobody is going to give it up. Now it says, there is a problem because wealthy people want to live in the old houses instead.
True.
Probably. Could be true. You know what wealthy is, right?
有钱。
Means rich. Next. Watch the videos and circle the correct answer.
No
So the
video.
city of Fez, okay, we just gotta guess. The city of Fez was founded in the 9th or 11th century.
Nice.
Wait,
Nine.
wait, wait. City of Fez.
Yes.
我要查。Wait,
Why there
the city.
yes so.
Yeah.看一下。刚没有给找出来的话，他就说他的那个，而且他的五星级饭店有多少钱？
你知道我们同学今天去住5星，他们带棍球又不知道。
So?
Wait.
Right.
So you're
It sounded 7, 8, 9. So
789.
789.
So,
So it's
Nice.
8.
actually, it's before the 9th century. Yes,
Very
he's
nice.
right.
Very nice. Wow, so good.
哦 Fez 是硫化牙体，
不是这个城市啦，摩洛哥城市。
摩洛哥。
Okay, and Fez actually, you know, Fez has another meaning. Fez is a kind of hat. Yes.
Oh, FES 对，硫化牙铁。
硫化牙体。
You know, Fez is on the word Fez has a different meaning too. It means a kind of hat.
What it looks like.
Hat.
It's usually a red hat, and actually a red circular hat that is actually originating from this city.
really woman wears.
No, men wear them, yes. You can
They're cute.
Google it, yes, fence.
That's hat.
No, they just call it a fence. Space, fence.
This. That is this.
Yes, exactly, that's what it is. F-E-Z, right?
哇，
我怎么感觉他很像猪脸帽？
15.9。
我觉得他长得好像猪脸帽。
Alright, so next,
By the,
猪脸帽。
by the 1300s,
this was the center for art.
Art.
not only art, science,
Oh, that's there.
yes, it's science, and learning. Okay, next one is,
Definitely
Yeah.
should have been the shop.
so
5
1,
or
2,
6.
5 or 6.
Of course 5 or 6.
102 is what? God.
Of course 5 or 6.
Oh, my eyes. 我的眼睛好痛。
Okay, so,
好大。
whatever, next. In the future, the medresa will be a museum or a school.
Museum.
Museum, okay, yes.
Museum.
Good.
Alright, so what are some important buildings and places in your city's heritage? What is heritage?
世界遗产。Heritage 是遗产吗？
A heritage
就是红毛城呢。
is something that is not only beneficial to you at this time,
Oh.
but it will also be beneficial in the future to your children and children's children and, you know, and the people who come after.
I will have
That is a heritage.
遗产。
遗产就是遗迹啊。
For example, we say that some places around the world, or some buildings around the world, some historical buildings, are considered as world heritage.
So heritage is like a place.
Old place.
Okay, let me tell you the first meaning of heritage. The meaning of heritage is what you
What?
get from somebody before you.
It's what you get.
1 million and I give myself 100,000.
Heritage is a word, listen guys, heritage is a word used in English, but the word is not English.
What?
The word is French,
French.
alright?
Heritage.
But okay, for example, the word heritage is not English, is, like I said, it's a word coming from French. Alright, it means that you get something, is what you get from somebody before you. For example, like when somebody dies, his children, they get something from him, right?
Yes.
So that is called heritage,
Money or
alright?
gold.
Now, the verb in English is inherit. You don't inherit. For example, let's say that somebody says, you talk to somebody, say, who gave you this nice old car? You say, I inherited it from my father.
Oh.
You understand? Now, heritage, I said you can use it this way, and I also said that it's something that is beneficial not only to one person, but to the whole people of the world. So this is why sometimes you see that the United Nations will classify certain areas or cities or buildings as World Heritage. Like what? Like the pyramids of Egypt are a World Heritage. For example, if today, where are they? They're in Egypt, right? Let's say the Egyptians want to destroy them. They can't. Do you know what I mean? They are on your land, but you can't destroy them. Because they belong to the world. You know what I mean? It's the World Heritage. That's the meaning of world.
产后遗迹哦。
对对对对对。
Do you guys understand the meaning of this World
Yeah.
Heritage? Like the Great Wall of China, also World Heritage. Are there any places in Taiwan that are classified as a World Heritage? Any place? Are there any places in Taiwan that are classified as World Heritage?
红毛城算。
No?
So then
台湾有什么遗迹吗？
没有。
啊，那个
台湾是烂地方。
有那个很多遗迹。
Taiwan Taiwan World Heritage
台湾
Site.
烂地方。
我还为什么？
Listen,
阳明山。
candidates. Do you understand the meaning of this? They say that these places are all considered as World Heritage candidates. Candidates means
Yeah, no,
not yet.
not yet.
It means that the government of Taiwan, they proposed to the United Nations to put these sites in their, for example, record as World Heritage. But they probably haven't done that yet. So this is why it's candidates. You understand the meaning? All right, so we said what happened. Okay, write a guide for foreign visitors to a historic place in your city.
Go to 玉山。
So, what do you think?
And be hunted by the
Any historic city in Taiwan?
historical city.
Yeah, historic city, historical city, whatever.
Historic.
Okay, it's a place or a city or some place with history.
淡水，淡水上，老地方，北京的。
北京的名人啊，
So a place in Taiwan that has some historical, I don't know,
台南。
yes? So what is it about? Like, what's that history about?
Because the 荷兰
Okay? The
the
Dutch?
Dutch and the
Portuguese?
Spanish and Portuguese.
那 Portuguese
有啊，没有葡萄牙在北边。
在那个
Portuguese
Portuguese
is
在我们
Taiwan，台北。
台北是 Spanish。
不是啊。
葡萄牙是别的国家。
葡萄牙也有来台湾啊。
没有来台
还有
湾。
绕过来啊。
还有绕过，看
还有
到
遇到啊。
他有遇到吗？他只在旁边吗？
不然他为什么要
他只经过。
他只是经过看到，
他只是
经过看到叫他 Formosa，他就离开，他没有
对对，
登上去。
他没有登上去，所以你那个你是第二组的吗？
没有，我是。
Okay, so,
哎，我见毛利没有啊？
我认识身份证。
把那个被做了。
okay, the Portuguese actually, they're the ones who named Taiwan. What would they call it?
Formosa.
What's Formosa?
Beautiful.
Huh?
是吗？
Say again?
Beautiful.
Beautiful island?
Maybe.
I think.
Actually, they lied to you. It's not beautiful island. It's beautiful, but no island.
Oh.
Formosa in Portuguese means beautiful. It doesn't mean island.
Beautiful.
I don't know why a lot of people they say beautiful island, but there's no island.
in
the meaning.
那个听起来
黑姐单抽抽到。
All right, so next.
这两个那个厉害的。
我今天抽那个黄金卷哪里抽？
All right, gonna put this book down here. We're gonna stop and we go to the next book. Hey, you guys didn't write any words today.
No, it's in her phone.
In your phone? Okay. So how many words so far?
那个是 just wait.
How many? Six only? All right, so next, last time we did 15, right? So today we're gonna move on to 16. All right, so 16 here says, where can you find a living goddess? Last time we talked about it, but we didn't read it, right?
Living what?
Goddess.
Goddess.
So you can find a living goddess in Nepal. In fact, there is more. Last time we talked about Nepal, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I remember that poem. So there is more than one of them. Some cities in Nepal actually have several goddesses, and however, the best known goddess lives in the city of Kathmandu. You know Kathmandu, right? Yes. Kathmandu is a very famous city. Was a very famous city.
What?
Yes. Now it's not really that important. So she is called the Royal Kumari or Kumari Devi. So this young woman lives in a palace in the center of the city, In some South Asian countries, such as Nepal or India, the tradition of worship in a Kumari Devi is a popular and ancient one that continues today. A Kumari Devi is a girl chosen when she is very young, usually between the ages of 4 and 7, to be worshipped by both Hindus and Buddhists. The selection of a goddess is quite complicated. 5 priests and an astrologer must take many things into consideration when choosing a new Kumari. The girl must be from the Sakya community and have the right horoscope. She must be in excellent health. She must never have had any diseases or any blemishes. The girl must next pass the test of the 32 perfections of a goddess. This is weird. She must have eyelashes like a cow and a voice soft and clear as a duck. You think the duck has a softened?
No, what's that?
Donald Duck, yeah, that's a typical example.
Donald Duck.
That's weird. All right, and then in addition, her hair and eyes must be very black. Her hands and feet must be delicate, and she must have a set of 20 teeth. She must also pass tests to show that she is fearless and is always serene. For the final test, she must pick out the personal belongings of the previous Kumari. You know what I mean? You know the meaning of pick up the you know the meaning of this action?
Take 抓手.
Okay, no. It is like what? Like when you work at a company, before you become a manager, you have to help the manager carry stuff. You understand the meaning?
Help the manager
Yeah.
carry stuff.
He's still your manager, right? He tells you what to do, so you have
He's
to.
still your manager.
Yeah.
You will be the next manager.
So you still have to go through
help
steps,
him.
right? So it's probably the same thing. So she has to pick out the personal belongings of the previous Kumari from the belongings that are put in front of her. If she does this, then there is no doubt that she is the Kumari. After she is chosen, she walks from the temple to her palace. She walks on a white cloth, and this is the last time she will walk outside the palace. From now on, she will only leave the palace on ceremonial occasions. At these times, she will be carried by attendants on her gold chair. She will never wear shoes, and her feet are now sacred. She will always wear red. Her hair will be in a top knot, and on her forehead will be painted the fire eye.
Fire eye.
Yeah, as a
Like a
symbol of
phoenix.
the. Say again?
Like a phoenix.
Like a phoenix? Or I don't know, maybe.
Ah,
As a symbol of her special powers of perception. People believe that if they see her for even a second, it will bring good luck. Crowds often wait below her window at the palace to try to get a look at her. Government officials and people who have connections are able to see her at the palace, where she sits on a throne. She receives them in silence and offers them her feet to touch and kiss to get her blessings. Even the president of Nepal goes to get the Kumari's blessing. The Kumari stops being a goddess as soon as she reaches puberty. You know what puberty is?
No.
Do you guys understand? Okay, now this is a girl, right? When she becomes a woman, she reaches puberty. You understand? It's the time that she goes from being a girl to a woman.
Okay.
Alright, and then also she stops being a goddess if she has a serious illness or an injury and returns to her family. Then selection starts. For a new Kumari, the old Kumari receives a pension from the government, which is about twice the minimum wage or about 4 times the average income in this poor country. There is a superstition that it is bad luck to marry a Kumari. However, most Kumaris get married and have children just like everyone else. What do you think about the story?
So weird.
Do you understand the whole thing? Okay, so she has a short life of doing this activity, of being like this, of being worshipped. So the moment she reaches puberty, then, she's just, retired.
Becomes like normal
Yeah.
people.
You don't have this kind of thing in Taiwan, right?
Japan?
They have it in Japan?
没有。
I don't think so. Not in Japan, probably. Maybe in India and what else? Probably those countries like Sri
习
Lanka,
惯元首。
right? All right, so do you have any questions?
Worship?
Worship, pray to.
Okay.
You know what adore is, right?
Adore.
Yes. A lot of people say that word.
Adore.
No, not adore, like just adore. This is adore. Yeah, like adorable. The word adorable, actually, it's a word that has been transformed from its original meaning.
Okay.
To adore something is to worship something.
To
You understand that? Like sometimes you hear some people, they tell you like, I adore chocolate. Here, their meaning is I love chocolate, right?
Okay.
But actually, that's not the original meaning. The original meaning of adore is to worship.
Pray to.
Yes.
Okay.
But still, a lot of people say this. I don't know why they do that. They say that. All right, and then, okay, so let's do the page 17. It says we have blemishes. You know blemish, right? You guys understand blemish?
Not really.
Yes, chapter.
Okay, so blemishes, horoscope, previous, selection, complicated, pension, puberty, and serene.
Pension.
Pension. Pension is like a salary.
Okay.
You know salary, right? An amount of money that somebody gets for doing something, or in this case, for not doing something.
养老金。
You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay? And serene. Do you know serene?
宁静。
It's also a name. Quiet. Serene also, quiet it also means pure. Somebody who's pure, like, you know what I mean? Like someone who's not very noisy, who's not very active. Well, not active in a bad way, but not someone who thinks a lot. Something close to wisdom. You know wise, right? Yes. And it's also a name. Serene. It's a girl's name. Yes? Serene, Serena. It's the same. You know? Have you ever heard the name Serene? Serena.
Yes.
It's the same meaning. Of course human names, not cats. Girl's name. Those are not yours?
You said a ghost.
No, I said girls, not ghosts.
You said a ghost.
No, I think you're sleeping. I said girl's name.
A ghost name.
No, not that. All right, so now number 1, what do you say? The what or choice of the right goddess follow tradition. The selection, very good. Number 2, it is difficult
Complicated.
or complicated to find the right girl. Number 3, the priest. You know what a priest is, right? You guys understand priest? Sex? Yes. So the priests look at the young girls or the position of the stars and planets when she was born. Horoscope. Number 4, the young girl must have no marks on her skin or of blemishes on her body. The young girl must always look calm and peaceful or serene. Okay, next, the what? Komari or the Komari before, the new one leaves.
Previous Kumari.
Good. The previous Komari or the Komari before, the new one. Okay, next. Number 7, the young girl stops being a goddess when she can have a baby or at purity. And then the old Komari gets a regular payment from the government called a pension, right? Now next, words that go together, we have government officials, minimum wage, no doubt, personal belongings. Do you know the meaning of these words? Do you know government officials, right? Government officials are, yeah, what? 2 words, right? Government, officials. What officials? Official is a person. Any person who works for the government is a government official. But usually not just person, for example, like, you don't just go to a government building and everybody who works there is an official. Officials here means people with authority or people who have power to do something or to say something or to make decisions. These are called government officials. Minimum wage. What is minimum wage? Minimum wage is the least salary. For example, what's the minimum wage in Taiwan?
1
per hour.
1小时有多少钱？
Hmm? You guys know? The minimum wage in Taiwan, what is it? They usually write it on 7-Elevens and McDonald's, right? They write the minimum wage. Yes, they do, right? What is that, like 120 something? Maybe 130?
I didn't notice it.
You didn't notice that?
158.
Oh, 158. So it has been
Raised
raised,
$8.
$8?
$8.
Okay, minimum wage. Next, no doubt.
No doubt, just no doubt.
Okay, no doubt means you don't even need to think about it, about how accurate it is. It is like that. Okay, next, personal belongings.
Oh, just your
Things that you carry, things that you carry with you are your personal belongings. Okay, so number 1, the young girl must.
Clothes or personal belongings of the old Kumari.
Okay, next one. After this,
After this,
test.
Yes,
There is
no
no.
question or no doubt, she is the real Kumari.
Okay, number 3, the people in the government.
Official go to touch her.
Okay, next. 4.
The old Kumari requires what employers to work personal minimum rate.
Or the minimum wage. That's right. Okay, so now we're gonna stop here and then you can do you can read that story, yeah. So last time we stopped at chapter 9, right?
Yes.
Today we're gonna do 10.
Wait, you stop and then
如果要重复一下干什么？你在哪里？
What about the box that says no? Am I
Yes,
have my head way back to front.
maybe
That the harbor of Dover, he saw a woman he had seen before, standing on another ship waiting for information. He thought it was the woman he had seen in Paris and when he arrived in France, he found that using the passport given to him by the Duke of Buckingham made his journey back to Paris was much easier than the journey to London. He was waiting for him and he never stopped. As soon as he arrived in Paris, he went to the local newspaper de l'Observateur to report on his safe return. All the most important people in Paris, and even people who merely thought they were important, put on their best clothes and went to the town hall. It was originally for the king arrived at the ball, but the queen was even later. As soon as she arrived, the king noticed that she was not wearing her diamonds. He approached her and demanded that she tell him why she was not wearing the diamonds that he had asked her to wear. She told him that she was afraid she might lose them with the villain of his. Of course, she was watching all this very closely and seemed to be very happy. He gave the queen a diamond that made When you come back to her time, which I doubt you will notice that the top leg is missing. They kept it and asked her if it was stolen. He was surprised for just then. The king returned and had no time to question the cardinal with him. The queen was standing and kept moving around so that neither the king nor the cardinal could count the number of diamonds she was wearing. Just felt for his own hand. The king approached her and gave her his hand the cardinal had given her. One day you have lost two diamonds, he said, so I'm giving you two new ones. But now you have 14, explained the queen. The king counted on it and saw that they were stolen. What did you mean with these diamonds? He asked the cardinal. The cardinal was ready with his answer. I wanted to give the queen a present and thought that she might be amusing to do. The queen smiled and whispered very politely, thank you for answering me. I'm sure that this is not a lot. That night, Madame Moses took Daphne to the queen's private dressing room. There the queen gave him the ring and allowed him to kiss her hand. It didn't quite put her hands to the door to the dark room. Daphne was waiting. The queen did not see Daphne or speak to him, but he knew that she was grateful. Daphne was sure that Madame Moses would also be very kind to him since he was still quite sure that she loved him. However, all she told him was that there would be a letter for him at his home. He rushed home to find a packet waiting for him. The room was locked, but there was no light. That was not his way in. It was the first time Daphne Daphne knew how to speak a love letter, and he was very excited and happy. Then after about lunch one morning, as he left the house later that morning, he saw Monsieur just standing near the door and decided to go and speak to him. He fulfilled a love letter and his name had been about. Of course, quite excited when he was in his mind. He thought it was an excellent joke. Then he went to the Moses de Treville and discovered that he was still in the target. Moses de Treville saw the ring that the king had given D'Artagnan and wanted to very carefully. In fact, he added you should take it to Dover immediately until it is too dangerous to wear. That D'Artagnan would not be definitely the ring that the king had given him. Moses de Treville wanted D'Artagnan to listen to the speech of the king and told him that he had to be tonight, that was tomorrow. Moses de Treville said he was loving D'Artagnan to be very careful. Traveling down to meet Simon. However, D'Artagnan was not very alone. He did ask Planchet to come with him and have herself ready.
手死掉了。
Teacher,
Yes.
we still need 5 vocabulary.
Okay, so, let's see. The words we did from here.
I did Orlando.
How about blemish,
Blemish.
Yeah,
serene,
yeah,
puberty,
no, puberty.
P-U-B-E-R-T-Y.
And worship.
P-U-B-E-R-T-Y. Puberty. Puberty. Worship. Pension. P-E-N-S-I-O-N.
Already got.
So how many do you have now? 14?
No, 11.
Only 11?
Worship.
Yeah. Worship, okay, like you said.
And throw.
Worship.
Worship.
W-O-R-S-H-I-P.
Worship.
Okay, worship. And then
Attendance.
attendance.
And
Okay, attendance.
horoscope.
Horoscope.
Horoscope. I already know that.
Horoscope.
Okay, horoscope. And then previous. We did previous before?
Previous.
Previous.
Top notch.
Okay.
Attendance.
是有 previous。
Previous 之前已经讲
可以讲过，还有一个什么 attend，
你要 attendance 还是 top notch？
这应该都会用到 attend。如果牙膏
attend.
All right, and then we need more.
Top notch.
And perception.
Okay.
Perception. Do you guys want to write or you want to take a picture of this? I write it down or you want to take a picture?
It's okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I'll write it down. So, the words, you said, perception. Do you write perception? Okay, so you got 15 now? And appetizers, don't forget.
Appetizer.
Already fixed.
Okay.
Appetizer.
Madam Bonjour. Madam Bonjour.
Madam Bonjour.
哦，还有什么？
好了，看着英文怎么念成
Madam Bonjour. Conflict. Dong.
To
野兽前辈，你不知道？
He was very excited.
你有看过野兽前辈吗？
没有，那什么？
是一个非常 gay，
说 gay。
是一个非常 gay 的，超恶心。
gay。
你有看一个男的在那边乱叫，是空调制太郎。
我在那里，我那里空调看住。
空调制太郎。
是这样吗？
炭治郎是智障，我讨厌他，废物的。
小智的哥哥。
炭治郎。
小智障。
小智，干。你好坏，天哪！
我就觉得问人家怎么那个 YES 要怎么念 ？YES。
Yes。
Yes，因为 yes。
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 因为 yes。
Yes。
爱。
Yes。
爱。
我就要说 yes。
Yes。Yes。
Yes。
Yes。
Yes。Yes。
Yes。王秀妍。喂。他应该都听懂。
喂。
喂。
喂。爸。
喂。
爸。
sent them? Okay, thank you.
Idiot.
请你们去回家叮当好。
Bakayaroshi。要打野是啊，小怪。哦，扛野就不能打野，这样子。Yes. I. I. 到底为什么是 I？
对啊。
是因为一念 I 吗？是因为一是念 I 吗？
不知道。一为什么念 I？
I
I yes.
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 这个好像是 Y Y S。